This is the Impulsive Thinker Podcast, a show for high-achieving ADHD entrepreneurs. Together, we will inform and educate you about how to improve your self-awareness while developing systems, routines, and habits for conquering the entrepreneurial world. Here is your host, Andre Brisson.
Hey there, it's Andre the Impulsive Thinker, and today I want to talk to you briefly about labels and uniqueness. I've been talking to quite a few people lately, and they've been really not wanting people to use labels. They keep saying, I want to get rid of labels, it's ridiculous, and I do agree with them, yet at the same time, not quite yet. They want to get rid of the terms. They want to get rid of the labels because it could be other things, because it is, some people like them, some people don't like them. And a lot lately especially over COVID, many people are recently using labels to identify themselves in various different ways. I'm sticking to the labels regarding neurodiversity. And, many people love them and many people hate them. And they're all valid points on both sides of the spectrum, no pun intended. So people hate them because it boxes people into an identity by themselves or other people. People will use the labels as their excuses or justification not to do things or to do things. And many people with the victim mindset will use that as an excuse and really use it for that sake, as an excuse, or to get accommodations because they can do less. I don't agree a lot of that side, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that hate labels because other people judge themselves before knowing the person or proving their abilities. That I disagree, I hate them because of that fact as well. So I do agree with both that the people that hate them, I hate it when people use it as an excuse and a victim mindset not to do anything, but I also hate the fact that we have to use them because people judge them. And then people love labels because people get accommodations and support and get to use it as an excuse to not do things. Or people love them because it explains the challenges that they've had, and they want to learn a vocabulary to explain things to other people in order to get the accommodations, in order they can fit into society or to work within the societal norms that doesn't work well for our neurodiverse brains. People love them because it explains behavioral traits in a way that understands to them, and too many eyes in there, and it identifies them as not being crazy, lazy, stupid, and not normal. It explains stuff, all right? So I love and hate labels. Victim mindset versus growth mindset, okay? I love them if you're a growth mindset person because it explains things. It provides a vocabulary for us to understand ourselves. And I also hate it because of the victim mindset, which is they use it for an excuse, accommodations, to do less, or they actually don't want to do anything and justify not doing stuff. I don't like it for that reason. But in the end, why I use and I still use labels in the neurodiverse world, or even in the strength world, Fact Finder, the Colby terms, the Clifton strength terms, the print terms, or any other type of terms. Okay? I use these labels because it's about identifying and zeroing into your uniqueness. Okay? I use these terms and these labels, and the majority of the growth mindset people I know and are always working on self-actualization, constant refinement, it's all about identifying and zeroing into our own uniqueness. Okay? So think about that for a bit. All right? That's why I use the labels. It's all information to learn the vocabulary to understand your uniqueness, for me to understand your uniqueness, and for other people to understand your uniqueness. Okay? Right now I'm reading Temple Grandin's book, Visual Thinking, and she's got a really great passage in here that I've kind of modified, but in the end, this is her quote, and I really love this. Neurodiversity offers a way of thinking about differences that gives us a positive way to see ourselves. That is why the labels are still important. It's a lot to do with us. And if we can see ourselves in a positive light, every strength, every weakness has its own positives and negatives. Even the neurotypical people have their own positives and negatives. But neurodiversity gives us labels so we can see ourselves in a positive way. Okay? And I'm hoping that the people are big naysayers. Like, I know I want to get rid of labels because we should just see ourselves for who we are and value each other for our differences and not have to explain things. But it is what it is today in order for us to see quote unquote accommodations so that we can be better, so we can get accommodations so we can work within our strengths and abilities. So be it. That's what we got to do right now until people are actually looking for people's differences and unique abilities like we do at the engineering office. Or the schools is taught a certain way that we have to, hey, they're neurodiverse, therefore they need to be taught differently. That label is now used to be able to provide the proper education to someone, not to identify as being dumb, lazy, or stupid. Okay? So we can't get rid of the labels quite yet until we're all seen as a set of unique strengths and abilities that are valued and not judged. Okay? So until that we are valued for our differences and our uniqueness, and we're no longer judged, we can't get rid of labels. So until then, we need labels to teach others of our valuable uniqueness and to also explain to us our own positivities of our abilities to ourselves. My ideal world would be, hey, you show up to wherever and they go, hey, you don't look eye contact. You know what? You don't do this. You don't do that. But what are you great at? Oh, they're really good at being in a room by themselves and coding the crap out of that project. Or since that they don't emote a lot, that they can actually be very rational and remove emotion from decision making. Doesn't make them heartless, just means they're very good at making critical decisions when emotions are high. Until we get everyone in the world doing that way, and then we got the school system, we have society, we have bureaucracy set up to identify that there's different ways of doing things, and we're going to be there to accommodate everyone, neurotypical, neurodiverse as well. We need these labels. And like Temple Grandin said, it's a way to give us a positive way to see ourselves and for us to explain to other people the positiveness of everyone else's neurodiversity. So I want to hear from you about what you think about this, labels and uniqueness. The labels are very important still because it's about identifying and zeroing into your uniqueness. And that's how I use them, and that's what I do. I don't like explain, hey, by the way, I'm ADHD, or by the way, I'm a fact finder, No. I need to be stimulated intellectually, therefore I need this, or therefore I look for this. I need a lot of details and information, therefore can I get more? I'm explaining my labels in different ways so people can understand them, and that explains who I am, not placing more labels on me. That's what, in my discussion with my clients and people that want to grow, we use these labels to kind of explain the differences of our personalities, of our abilities and our strengths and our brain. But I also want to teach people that not to use the labels to explain things, explain in specific words that will, for them to understand. Because once you start using labels with other people, they're just going to close down or use those labels and only see you as those labels. But if you can explain to yourself or explain yourself to others by using different words, they will see you as those unique traits. I'm really good on a construction site when nothing is going well and we need to make quick decisions. Versus, I'm ADHD, I like to go to construction site, I'm very impulsive and decision making is very fun, right? A little bit different. The other way, it's showing how valuable you are in those skill sets because people still see them as negatives. So, thanks for listening, and I would like to hear from you about this idea. You can email me at andre@tacticalbts.com. Take care. The ADHD transformation program has launched and it's working. Clients are saying it's changed their lives and I am their ADHD hack. So go to tacticalbts.com/ATJP for more information. I want you to join and learn your own ADHD vocabulary and to learn that you're not stupid and we can make you work effectively.
Thank you for listening to the Impulsive Thinker podcast. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, please visit theimpulsivethinker.com. The Impulsive Thinker podcast is produced by Tactical Breakthroughs and hosted by Andre Brisson. Remember, ADHD is only a part of you, not all of you.